Okay, it's time for that update again for Chrono Legends 1999. So, the first thing that's on the list was Luca's house. Okay, well, it hasn't been made yet. Let's see. Sign here. Hey, where'd you go? Which is here. This would be Luca's house right here. Let's go in. Magnifying glass. Well, that's okay. We haven't done that yet. It hasn't been exactly rendered, mapped out yet, but we can map it out. The Chrono Trigger main theme, title theme has changed to Robotaki's Menorah Chrono Trigger title theme. You'll get to listen to that in a little bit. Marley's voiceover, we're hoping that it's going to be one of the internet fans, one of my friends. Let's see. Picasso 3, okay. Now, basically what you're going to use Picasso for is, of course, the characters. And so you're going to get a character here. We're going to find some. Any? I can't find any. Where did they all go? Think I can add files? Hey, where'd it go? There it is. Chrono Trigger and characters. Okay, so let's look at Chrono's character, which is probably the easiest. Of course, it's going to look like this. Oh, it's another actor. Wait a minute. Actor 5. So, what we're going to do is open up PaintNet. And in PaintNet, you can do this very easily. You can use Picasso 3, you can use PaintNet, or we have now a new one here. Where'd my camera go? We have Photoshop. It hadn't been put in yet. We also have the Sony Vegas Pro CD with license. So what you can do here is for the character in this part here, you can make them more realistic looking. Where am I? Magnifier go? You can make them more realistic looking. With the paint program, you can go to adjustments. You can adjust their brightness, lower, and then when you do it, the contrast until it's perfect. Of course, I've already got it. So when you start the progression in the game, actors, he will change at that point. And so inside the game, he'll be exactly what the paint program told him to be. Yep. And that brought us to when we did that, or when I experimented with that, with the paint program. I was able to change how you see everything in the format. So let me show you. So like a piece of wood actually looks like a piece of wood. So let's go to Chrono's room. As you can see, this wood was pretty bland, but now this wood is even got a high gloss here. And so in the living room, the same thing applies. The wood has a higher gloss. It looks real. Now that we're on that part, let's see. The face slots. You can do the same thing with the face slots. So you can use Photoshop. Or you can use this paint program, which is simpler, easier. If you like Photoshop, you can upload it. It's okay. Some people do. I've already gotten used to this paint program. Let me exit that out. And let's find a face. Pictures. No, documents. Faces. So let's see. Luca's face has changed, but it's easier to see it when you change an actor. Like this one. Let's try this. So we'll open up the paint net, and of course this will be like this, and then you zoom in here, and then you hit adjustments, and even if you don't like their colors, you can change their hue in this part here however you need to. Red hair, blonde. Whoops. That's the face we're using for Marley right there. So we want it to look as real as it can get, and the lightness, darkness. So once you're done with that, it's going to render that, and then of course you can do all this with the brightness just to get it perfect, right? Better color, better contrast, better skin. And then when you're done with that, you'll go to save, and it's going to ask you this. Just hit OK. And then when you go into the progression of the game, Marley, you'll see that. Click off of it, click back on, it's changed, and so it will use this one now, which is a lot prettier, glossier, and you can see her. You can do the same thing with the sprite. If you're not fully satisfied with the sprite, you can change it that way with that same program. Okay, so that's going to move us on to the enemies, and this is what's cool, I thought, is the battle bags. Now, this is a normal battle bag, not that one, the desert, the demon castle, and I didn't like this grassland, so I picked my own, and I used this grassland here. And of course, the character looks pretty huge. So let's look at the battle test for right now. It's just very basic. This is not what's going to happen. I just want you to see it looks better. It looks like he's about 50 foot. Everything was indicated in. Now, we don't have to go that way, but if you do want your progression to look like this, then you can, and then later we can put sprites along here and here with the other sprites of the enemy right here, and because of the layout, it will look perfect. Now, to get that, if anybody's going to try to work with me, this is very simple. I'll show you. So you'll go to the internet. Bring this over here real quick. Let's bring the internet here. And you will click on to Google, of course, and let's say you're looking for sky. Just type sky. Images. Now the image you want to put in is a PNG, or you'll have to convert it. But I'll show you how to convert it. But let's say you want this. This is nice. It's 2560, but we'll have to resize it down. Or this one. Let's click on that. See if we can. I don't know if they're going to be able. We're going to be able to get this one. Probably not. It's an exhibit. Let's try this one. Okay. So what you're going to do is when you have this, blow this up, going to right click, of course, save the image, or the pictures as whatever you want. There it is. Let's find it. Good. Copy it here into our pictures. Wherever you want to put it. Oh, it was already there. Now, that part's done. Now, you're going to want to resize this. And convert it into PNG. So, let me find my... I think this was it. These are online uploaders. And they'll help with your pictures. So I did this one. Oh, let's go back and do another one. And this is called Picture Size Org. It's very simple to use. It's online, helps. So we'll go to choose file. We look for our file here. Oh, there it is. Okay. PNG. Because that's what the RPG Maker uses, so we'll convert that. It's exciting. Okay. I'll make sure this also says PNG. There it is. And then we want to resize that. Now, you don't want to go any higher than this. 644.80. It's actually 540 by 540. And you play the best. Make sure it converts into PNG. Yes, here it is. We'll take it. It's a PNG. So now we'll find that. Copy that. And we'll go to our documents where our game is. Progression. You'll go there. You'll go into, excuse me, graphics, battle backs, and you'll put it in here. Paste that bad boy right there. There she is. Now let's get off the internet. Move this. Quit. Okay. We're looking for that. It should be in there already. Let's go out. Change battle back. And it should be this one or the next one. Here. There it is. It's beautiful, isn't it? And you'll hit OK. He's in midair now. So let's look at that. That's how we can change our battle backs to be a lot more real. A lot. And if you don't like the color, well, I just showed you how to do it with the paint program, and you'll see different battle backs. Okay, which would bring us to the new fighting system. Okay, so the best way I can explain this is that you're going to have a class. Let's say this dolphin. Let's get this going here. Let's say this dolphin is level 1. So he's going to go through his life like this all the way to level 99. So at level 1, this dolphin is a baby, right? So what I want to import into the fighting is from like level 1 to 15, you're going to have a lot of advancement in your experience. So from his level 1 to his 15, you're going to advance experience way off till you hit level 15 or 16. That is when you'll have max power. So that is an age difference. So if you're 15, level 15 or 16, you'll be at max power. Now, after those levels progress, let's say you're like level 17 and 18. Well, it wouldn't go down until you're 10 levels down. So let's say your max power is at 4,000. So after 10 levels, you will be 10 levels down. So you'll go down to 3,000 until you progress until level 50, where you can't get anything. Does that make sense? I hope so. And we'll put that in. That's the